Sweetwater, what's going on? My name is OP, Artist Relations Manager for Serato, and I'm here to show you two new Pioneer DJ controllers, the DDJ-FLX4 and the DDJ-FLX6GT. They're both great controllers, and I'm going to show you all the details about them on why you need to pick them up and add them to your arsenal for your DJ sets. Let's go. This here is the Pioneer DJ DDJ-FLX4, and it's absolutely amazing. I'm gonna take you through some of the key features on this controller and show you why you need to have this in your setup. This is a great 2-channel controller that works natively with Serato DJ Lite, upgrade with Serato DJ Pro, and also Rekordbox DJ. And I'm gonna show you what it does inside of Serato DJ Pro. So again, standard EQs, filters, volume faders, crossfaders, the ability to create loops, also the ability to use your cue points with the performance pads. But there's some cool things with the performance pads I'm gonna show you. The first one is this. So you have your regular hot cues. I'm gonna play this song here. And trigger them normally, but if I go to the pad effects here, then I have some effects that I can choose from on the pads to work with this. So an echo there, a flanger here, a reverb here, and a loop roll here. And I have to hold those in order for those to go. So when I let go of holding it, it goes back into the song regular. Now for the ones at the bottom, the echo out and all the rest of them are gonna be latch, which means you press it and it locks in. Pretty cool, right? So again, using the pad effects is a great feature inside of this controller. Now, if I go back to hot cue and I press shift and press hot cue, this will lead me to Pitch and Time DJ if you have it as an expansion pack with Serato DJ Pro. This is great because now you can kind of pitch your cue point as you want to go along, right? Which is pretty cool. And lastly, if I hold down shift and I go down to the sampler here, I can now start to use the Pitch and Time DJ to change the pitch of the song while it's playing. Pretty cool there as well. So with Serato DJ Pro 3.0 and also Serato DJ Lite 3.0, you can use the stems function. And with stems, you can take the melody or the acapella or the bass or the drums and separate them by pressing a pad. So on this track, really quickly, I'll show you how that's done. First, inside the program, you wanna make sure you go to the setup and then go to the DJ preferences. And under DJ preferences, make sure that replace pad modes with stems is turned on. And for this controller, you can only choose the sampler. So with the sampler chosen, then I can come back here, and as I'm playing the track, I can now separate by the parts. And here inside Serato DJ Pro, this tab right here will show you the stems as they're being activated. So let's play this and see what happens. So we have the drums there, but if I press this here, it'll take out the drums. Now, as the track develops, coming in, I have some melody and I have some bass. I can take out the bass if I want to. I can take out the melody and just have the drums, bring them back in, or even take out the drums and just have the bass and the melody there, right? This is absolutely amazing because it gives you the opportunity to be able to kind of manipulate the song in ways that you want to, or even do mashups between different songs or acapellas from different songs with beats from another song. So it's a really great feature with the stems that you want to try out with the DDJ-FLX4. Another great feature on this controller is the smart fader. So when I have this turned on, this allows me to use the volume faders or the crossfader to create an echo out for easy transition into another track or potentially into the same track as you're doing some trick mixing. Let's check this out. So as you see there, I was able to use the volume fader and also the crossfader to create some echo outs for an interesting transition into the next piece. So again, the smart fader is a great tool on the FLX4 that you'll only find right here on this controller. Another great feature on this controller is the smart CFX. So when I have this turned on, when I turn the filter, this will create a filter with an echo out. Let's check it out. So pretty cool there. If I hold down on Shift and press Smart CFX and it starts to flash, this will now give me a reverb with an out. Let's check it out. So pretty cool there. And of course, standard without this turned on, it's just regular filter. What's also great about the FLX4 is that it has a dedicated beat effects section, which works with the effects inside of Serato DJ Pro. So I can choose either channel 1, channel 2, or channel 1 and 2 for the effect. In this instance, I'm just going to put it to channels 1 and 2, right? And I can use this button here for the effect select to go through and select what I want to use. So I'm going to put onto the echo out for right now. And as I'm playing the song from the top here, I have my level of depth here, as you can see, turning inside the screen. And I have it set to maximum, so that way when I do my echo out turning on, I can do it, right? If I want to choose another effect, I can hold down on Shift and press that same button, and I can go up in the effects instead of going down. So I'm going to go up and choose the pan delay. So again, being able to use the Serato effects using the beat effects section on the FLX4 is absolutely amazing. Connection to Serato DJ Pro or DJ Lite with this controller is easy. USB-C connectivity from your computer directly to the controller. There's also an additional USB-C port here if you want to charge a device, like a phone, for example. But this controller is bus powered, so as soon as you plug in from your computer to the controller, you're ready to rock instantly. It also has a mic section, which is great for obviously being able to shout out people while you're playing for them directly in front of them. But if you're streaming, this is also great. The audio goes through the program to go to other applications. For example, like OBS, if you're using that to go to stream to Twitch. So if you're talking to your audience on Twitch while you're DJing, they'll be able to hear you loud and clear as you're rocking. So that's a quick overview on the DDJ-FLX4. It works with Serato DJ Lite. You can upgrade to Serato DJ Pro, or you can use it with Rekordbox DJ for your DJ sets. And here is the Pioneer DJ DDJ-FLX6GT. GT is really important. There already is on the market an FLX6, the regular version. The GT version is a graphite colored version, as you see, but it also has improved platters on it, and I'm gonna talk to you about that right now. So with the new graphite finish, it looks really clean. The matte finish on it is really smooth. It looks really professional when you go out to play your gigs. And also the new platters that are on here. On the GT, the platters are great and super responsive. Now with this new plate, when you're going to do your cuts, your scratches, your backspins and such, it's much more responsive. And also with the rubberized side of the platter, you can do your pushing and pulling much easier when you're going to try to adjust the track to mix with another one and beat in time. This is a 4-deck controller, which means that I can play 4 things at the same time if I want to. Right now I have 2 decks showing inside of Serato DJ Pro, but if I come here and I press it to 4, I can have 4 tracks playing. Right now I have 3 tracks that are set up, just so you can see how you can transition if you want to between different tracks or play multiple things at the same time. This is deck 2. I'm gonna press 3 here. This is deck 3 playing. So you can see right now in my screen, I have 3 things playing at the same time, and I can go through them if I want to, going back and forth between them, right? Now, if I want to, I can also do dual, which means I can control 2 decks at the same time from one platter. So if I hold down on Shift and press dual, now I can have control over 2 decks at the same time. So now I have 2 decks playing at the same time, deck 1 and deck 3, which now means that I can use cue points or scratch for both of them at the same time. So if you want to do multiple tracks to be able to play them at the same time and be able to control them at the same time, you can use the dual mode. You can do that on both sides. So this would be decks 1 and 3 on this side, and this would be 2 and 4 on this side by pressing dual. There's also a cool feature called the jog cutter. And what this does, it allows you to be able to basically make scratches happen by just moving the platter and not using the crossfader while you're doing it. It kind of automates the scratches for you. Here's an example of it. So as you see with the jog cutter, I was able to use the platter, moving it back and forth, and it created kind of almost like an interesting scratch pattern for me. So instead of me using the crossfader, I could leave it open and then start to move the platter back and forth to create that sound. It's a pretty cool feature. Another great feature on the controller is the merge effects. And what the merge effects does is it takes several internal effects inside of Serato and it merges them together to create an interesting transition. So let's check this out. We have 4 of them here. I can turn on this first one here by pressing the button on top. It activates it. A loop is going. So if I'm doing an interesting transition point, I can do that really quickly by having that one go. There's 3 others. Let's see what they look like. We have a second one here. We have a third one. And we have a fourth one. As I start to turn on the merge effect and then start to turn the knob here, the effects inside of Serato were doing some interesting merging at the same time to create an interesting transition effect. And once I pressed the button again, it then kind of faded out the track, which allowed me to bring another track in. Now I'm using the same track here, but imagine if you're doing transitions between different songs or even different genres or even different BPMs. This helps you to make these transitions happen really easy. So there's a dedicated beat effects section that will work with the effects inside of Serato DJ Pro. Here, you can choose the channel where you want the effects to go to. So right now I have it set to channel 1. And I can also then choose the effects slot that I want it to be in for effect slot number 1 or number 2. So I have it set for effect slot number 1 and also for channel 1 here. And I can also adjust the rate of the beat for the effect. So I'm gonna leave it at 1/1. So here with the track playing, I'm gonna turn on the effect. And you can see that the pan delay is working. So again, very easy to be able to use the beat effects here with Serato DJ Pro on the FLX6GT. So the FLX6GT has standard pad modes, such as hot cues and loops and things of that nature, but there are 2 cool features here. The first one is the new stems feature with Serato, as we talked about before with the FLX4. So in the program, I can go to the setup and I can go to the DJ preferences. And as long as I have replace pad modes with stems turned on, I can choose between the loop roll or the sampler. I'm going to choose the sampler. And again here, as I'm going along, playing the song, I can go to the sampler and then I can separate by going to the vocals here if there was vocals on the song, or by melody, bass, or drums. So for example, if I want the drums out, I can literally take out the drums, bring them back in, take out the bass, or take out the melody there. Here with just the drums. And we have some effects here as well at the bottom. I don't have vocals on here, but this would be a vocal echo out if you wanted to have that there. This is an instrumental echo out. Instrumental breaker. And a drum echo out there as well. So again, the stems feature in Serato DJ Pro 3.0 and above works directly here with the FLX6. Really great. And the second feature, which is really cool in the pad modes, is the scratch bank. So what I can do is this. If I hold down on Shift and press Sampler, this will get me into the scratch bank. And as you see here inside of Serato DJ Pro, I have the scratch bank set up here, and I have a bunch of different scratch sounds that are set up. So if I want to, while I'm playing, if I want to just load a scratch sound without having to go to the library, find the sound, load it up and set it up with the cue point and then scratch, I can do that instantly by pressing a pad from the scratch bank. Let's check it out.
Yes.
So as you see with the scratch bank, I can easily have sounds loaded in the scratch bank. And then with the press of a button, I can load it up and be immediately at the point where I want to start scratching, and then load up another one if I want to and do the same thing. It saves a lot of time. It's great for performance. If you're doing battles, scratch routines, and other things, this is a great, great feature that you can use on the DDJ-FLX6GT. And on the back of the controller, you have USB connectivity from the controller to your computer to run with Serato DJ Pro. You also have master RCA and master booth outputs, and you also have a mic input on the back as well. This here is the Pioneer DJ DDJ-FLX6GT controller, and it's absolutely amazing. You want to get your hands on this right now for your DJ sets. Let's go. So that's an overview on the DDJ-FLX4 and the DDJ-FLX6GT. Both of them are great products, and you should consider them as a part of your DJ sets going forward in the future. So make sure you call your Sweetwater sales engineer to find out pricing on both of these products. My name's OP, and I'm gonna see you next time. Peace.